All right, what's up, YouTube? So we're going to be talking a little bit today about it's October 4th. You know, this was posted yesterday. A little bit of the dev tracking. If you follow their Discord on Wayfinder, you know, there's a lot that you can read about, learn about, you know, talk to the chat, whatever and whatnot. But if you want to find out what's going on with development of the game and whatnot, it's always good to just follow the Discord. Discord's where it's at. Anyway, so posted yesterday, October 3rd, Saro-san. Not sure who that is, but he's definitely the guy that's keeping up with. He's like the middleman for the devs and the community. He posted this. So in regards to the drop in total player count, yeah, I mean, honestly, in my opinion, I'm sure the game has lost a lot of players. I mean, let's be real. The initial launch wasn't the greatest. You know, a lot of people bought into the game expecting a full-fledged game when clearly it's an early access game. So there's a lot of, you know, a lot of things you got to take into consideration when you buy these early access games. You're not going to get, like, you know, you're going to get a half-baked product. That's just kind of how it is. It's not fully baked. It's not fully ready to be released. And a lot of people just kind of see that as, you know, they get all mad and angry because they spent money on it and whatnot. But I don't know. Anyway, so in regards to the drop in total player count, it's to be expected. Lots of folks have completed all the content we have released so far, or are just waiting till full release and additional features / polish. Yeah. We will likely see a small bump with mid-season content patches and a slightly larger one at Founders Season 2, but the real test will be at free-to-play launch with the floodgates opening. Even then, it will be a spike and drain, spike and drain. We are already well past expectations on player counts. That's what Snarf, I guess he's like the community manager. I don't really know everybody, but just reading that alone, you know, I always like talked about how, you know, the big test, is this game gonna float or sink? What's it gonna be? It's gonna really happen at free to play. You know, a lot of us early access guys, you know, we paid 20, 60, 80, whatever, $200 and jumped into the game not really knowing what was to be expected. And, you know, me, for instance, I played the game when it was under NDA, and I thought it was trash. But, you know, when the game finally kind of came out in early access, you know, I had $20. I was like, let me try it out. And, you know, here we are 200 hours later. Because I really enjoy the game. That's just me. You know, I think a lot of people just are very content hungry. And, you know, with all the bugs and all that, it's kind of hard to get past the amount of hate that can, you know, come into a game because, you know, some people don't see it the way they want to see it, right? So, yeah. All right. And let's see. So, also he posted, it's what I'm realistically expecting. Not expecting to be a global phenomenon right out of the gate. Look at Warframe's slow and consistent growth and CCU over 10 years. The consistency will come when we have more and more late game time sinks and competitive / cooperative social mechanics, all of which are being worked on. Good things take time, and we will be focused on pumping out consistent high quality content. Eventually it's going to be a whole world flush with things to do and ways to engage. I kind of feel like comparing your game to Warframe, I don't know if this is just because they're published by the devs who made Warframe, you know, I can understand. I mean, it's very rare. It's very rare to find games that start off in early access and start off kind of already in a hole and succeed. I've played a lot of online games, guys. Paragon, Shatterline, Blessed, Unleashed. There's been a lot of games, a lot of multiplayer, like online games that I've played that started off in a rut, and you know they were already in a hole when they started. AK when the game, you know, when Wayfinder came out, obviously you couldn't log in. People spent a lot of money, couldn't even play the game, got mad, refund, right? So you're already kind of like in the negative, and I just feel like that it's hard to see a games like get up from there. I mean, there's only been a few games I can think that really kind of dug themselves out of a hole. New World, funny enough, since their new expansion came out, is one of them. No Man's Sky. What's that other game I'm thinking about? There's another game. I would say Cyberpunk. Yeah, but I mean those games like it took a while for them to kind of get up, you know, and even then they had a huge following. I feel like, you know, I wasn't really there for Warframe's development. I know when I first played Warframe, I just had a hard time. I couldn't really play it, and I just quit, you know. But to see Warframe's success, you know, that's like I said, it wasn't an easy battle, you know. And you know, I'm just hoping that the devs and all them for Wayfinder, Airship Syndicate, whatever they're called, yeah. I hope they really mean something when they post this stuff. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, honestly. Final Fantasy XIV is a good example. It is a good example. That game literally had to be remade. New World and No Man's Sky wasn't early access. Yeah, you had to pay $60 for those games, man. Well, New World was $40. New World was $40. By the way, Ash Ketchum and Lumen, what's going on, guys? So yeah, I mean, you know, like I said, I've played a lot of games, and a lot of games have died, and it always disheartens me to see these early access games go, because they have such a good, well, for me at least, I would say, I love the games. Granted, Paragon is still going, you know, Paragon is still alive, but it's not like on the level of Smite or like League, but, you know, Shatterlion's still going, but, you know, it's still a small community. So if they had the same mentality as Digital Extreme, they would be fine in about 2 years' time. They don't look like they have the mentality for the up and coming months. I also want to mention that, like, you know, when did Warframe come out? Warframe came out how many years ago? Like, let me just research this real quick. Warframe, 2013. I want to say maybe like, I'm not trying to say it's because it was back then. I mean, this is like 10 years ago, right? Like he posted. Maybe it was a little bit, I don't know. I feel like people nowadays are just very, very content hungry. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being a little bit of a kiss ass, you know? I don't know. I've got 200 hours in this game, and I still have a lot I can do. I just, you know, granted, it's not the most content. Seba says, honestly, I blame streaming as a decline in gaming. People see no big name streaming a game, and people consider the game dead. I always see it in Reddit and other gaming forums talking about X game only has Y viewer. Game is dead. Shit is so damn annoying. Yeah, I'm one of those guys. Like right now, there's only like 80 people streaming this, or like there's only 80 people watching this game. But I honestly just really enjoy the game. I don't really care whatever. I'm gonna just jump on it, play it, have fun. Whoever you know, wants to hang out, come on down, you know. But you are right, Seba. Sometimes you have to look at the other piece where it comes to like the social media aspects, the people who are streaming the game, the big streamers, the big YouTubers, the big OnlyFans people streaming the game. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's hard. It's hard because people are easily, what is the word? Influenced. They're easily influenced by like what big streamers have to say and what you know, what this one guy who's got like millions of subs on YouTube posts about a game, you know. And there's nothing wrong with that because, you know, you don't want to spend $60 or $20, whatever it is, to buy this game, and then you watch his review and it's like, oh, this game's trash, you know. Username, what's up, by the way, man? He says, no, you're right. We only want updates, content, areas, new. We go through content fast, and in the real world, they can't update quicker than what they can make. That's true. I mean, how many people know how to develop a game? I sure don't know how to develop a game. Shit. I used to want to be one when I was a kid, but now that I grew up, now that I've grown up, I was like, hell no, that's too much science behind that shit, man. Just you guys do it. I'll buy it. I'll buy your game and play it. But like I said, I talked about it earlier. The free-to-play launch is gonna be like the big. Do they swim or do they sink? That's gonna be it. But yeah, taking this taking this post right here into, you know, just putting it in my head and kind of forming an opinion about it, I honestly think that it is what it is, man. You know, I paid $20. I got 200 hours worth of content. That is definitely, I got my money's worth. I know maybe some people in chat or whoever's watching this may have spent 150, 200, you know, a lot of money on skins and all that. But we can only hope that they use that money that they make in early access to, you know, bring on more developers, you know, to motivate them to want to, like, hey man, our player base has spent all this money. We need to crank it out, man. We need to work some overtime. We need a, you know, couple of extra hours at the office on the weekends type of deal. But I mean, you know, I don't know everything behind the scenes. I wish I knew more for y'all, but yeah. So hopefully Wayfinder will find its way into you know, a better situation for this. So I personally think it's gonna be fine, but you know me, I kill games. So but yeah. All right, I appreciate that a lot, guys. Thank you so much. So for the YouTubes out there, let me know what you think. I mean, what is your idea? Do you think this is a bad thing or a good thing? I don't know. So yeah, GG's. All right, that was the YouTube video. All right, we're gonna